You have to make it. Even if you don't have the pressures that he has, you have to try. You have to make it for your own family. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Okay, assalamu alaikum. Recently, I got a comment very recently, like just 6 hours ago, on my YouTube channel. And typically, I don't check comments, but for some reason, this comment really struck with me. It really resonated with me. Recently, I got a comment from my brother, and he's 16 years of age. And at the age of 16, still very young, he's really complaining about the way his life is going. I mean, like this brother commented how he's 16, but he doom scrolls until 5 a.m. And then after doom scrolling, he feels useless. Like imagine calling yourself useless at that age. It really digs deep into the way you look at yourself. Not only that, he says he feels depressed. He has friends, but he doesn't really have friends. And this isn't me trying to expose him or expose his sins, but I'm sure that many of us and you may feel like this right now, where we know we're not living to our full potential. We know that we're actually self-sabotaging and destroying ourselves. And Akhi, I'm gonna be honest, we need to lock in for 2025. No more excuses anymore. No more excuses, but we actually gotta lock in. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Literally, before making this video, I was asking ChatGPT. How can we actually convince people and the Muslim Ummah and the people that watch me and the people that are going to watch me inshallah in the future, how can we convince and make them understand that we need to lock in? Like there's no other choice for this year. Like how many more times can we keep living in a lie that we made ourselves live in? We know that a lot of us are living in a delusion. We know that we know what to do. We know what to focus on. We know that we have to start studying for school, but we don't. And we keep pushing that off. But how many more chances do we get? Don't you want to be the best version of yourself? Don't you want to lock in so you can achieve your goals? Don't you want to lock in so you can get the physique you want? Don't you want to lock in so you can get closer to Allah? Isn't that the best thing in the world? Do you not know that if you put the work in and locked in this year, that your life will be 10 times, 20 times, 30 times better than it ever was in your life? Do you know that if you just locked in for 6 months, 7 months, consistent, you could fully shift who you are right now? I still remember at the starting of 2022, something really bad happened, and I'm not going to explain exactly what happened because I don't want to expose my sins. But let's just say I was heartbroken. I remember 2022 just started and everything was going well until this one person I was talking to. We were doing so good, we were such good friends and everything, and then they just started to shy away from me. Slowly, I noticed them, not paying much attention to me. And I thought we were chilling, but no, slowly, less attention was given towards me, and I couldn't understand why. One day, I confronted this person, and I told him, like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, is everything good? Are we chilling? Like, you've been replying to me less, and like maybe we're not on good terms or anything. And they came back with a very bad statement that really hit me deep, which was, like, Mahi, like, you need to grow up. And I was just like, what? You need to grow up. And this was all through messages, but they said, Mahi, like, you need to grow up and change, and you need to stop acting like a child. And I was really hesitant on saying this story before, and this is probably the first time that anyone has heard this story. But from that moment, we lost that connection. I lost that person. We never talked after that. And again, the reason why it feels so, like, not detailed, because I don't want to explain. From that moment, my life had to shift. From that moment, I went into this mini depression, but this depression was not like feeling hopeless. This depression was me trying to get revenge. And I wanted to get revenge to prove them wrong. I wanted to push myself from that moment. I wanted to become the best version of myself from that moment I could ever be. From that day, from that moment, I told myself, I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to get attracted. I'm going to get mature. I'm going to be that man. Guess what? 3 months later, I'm in a worse position than I ever was than I was before. Why? Because I didn't lock in. It was all talk. It was all motivation. But when it came to me locking in, when it came to me doing the work, I didn't. I fell back into my distraction. And for that rest of the year in 2022, I didn't achieve a single thing. We've had that experience of letting an entire year slip by. One thing you leave, you don't do anything for a month. But imagine letting an entire year of your life slip by where you're still the same or worse than you were before. And right now, it starts with you. It starts with you to change this year. For 2025, I don't want you to make and slip another year. I don't want you to let go of another year. Okay, your year. This could be yours and mine and the people that watch this, our year. This could be the year where the Muslims are coming back. Bro, I was on my Discord call yesterday with my Discord server with a bunch of people and even Sultan, the YouTuber, and we were speaking about, how the Western colonization, made the Muslims so much weaker, and how Muslims don't have that iman, and we choose to live and focus on the dunya, and we try to act like the kuffar and the non-believers. And I agree, the Muslims are the weakest, including me. We're the weakest that we've ever been in history. Why? And you've heard this many times from me, but the reason why is because we love the dunya too much. And not just loving the dunya in terms of money or finances or Lamborghinis or Dubai, loving the dunya in terms of our habits, our self-sabotaging habits. We love this dunya too much to the point where now we neglect our salah. We love this dunya so much to the point where we neglect reading Quran, or worse yet, we neglect Allah. We love this procrastination, laziness too much, where we let go of our bodies. We let go of our mental health, which only makes our mental health worse a few months down the line, which only makes ourselves feel more useless a few months down the line. It only makes ourselves hopeless a few months down the line. So we need to shift our mindset to the warriors of Allah mindset. This is what I like to call the warriors of Allah mindset. The mindset where you're literally waking up early, ready to grind and put your work in to become the man that you want. You get your schoolwork done, your business work done, your gym done. 6-7 months later, you see yourself becoming so much more mature, so much more attractive, and so much on deen, so much more on your purpose to please Allah and worship Allah. You can have that feeling. You can be that person who's literally locking in and grinding every single day if you follow the warriors of Allah mindset. If you make this your year, if you make 2025 that year for you to change, you can make that where you literally feel happy and purposeful, and you're literally confident. That version of yourself that you only see through Pinterest or you only see on other YouTubers, you can become that person this year. And that starts off with removing your mindsets. I'm gonna be honest, the life that we live, it creates certain mindsets that we hold within ourselves. Meaning, if you're someone who's used to always seeing bad, if you're someone who only sees bad, you're gonna have a certain mindset where you think every single human is bad. That's just how it works. It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you only see people getting oppressed, you're gonna have a certain view about other people, about strangers, even though that stranger could be so innocent, so kind, so nice, but you're gonna feel, no, this guy is, if you're only used to getting robbed, you're not gonna trust other humans because you think they're gonna rob you. The lifestyle you live will reflect how you think. So if you're used to procrastinating all the time, right? If you're used to having, just not being disciplined, then you're gonna think in that way and you're gonna hold certain mindsets that are keeping you down. For example, I've already tried this. I've already tried to get disciplined, but it never works for me. I've heard this so many times where people are just I've already tried this. The thing is, you're not supposed to try. You're supposed to do. There's a difference. Trying something is like you're giving yourself an option to fail. If you say, I'm gonna try to go on this diet for 30 days, you're literally telling yourself, okay, I'm gonna try this, but I'm probably gonna stop after 30 days. No, you're gonna do the diet, meaning that you're gonna go on this diet, not for 30 days, but this is gonna be your new addition to your life. This is gonna be a part of who you are, sort of your lifestyle, okay? You're supposed to do, not try. You're not supposed to give yourself that level of comfort. Trying is for example, one of my friends that I know in university, we didn't get the best marks for one of the tests, and he was just but I tried. I tried. But I'm you didn't try. You didn't try, because how come there are other people that got 90%? And of course, you can say qadr of Allah, but I understand, of course, qadr of Allah, but look at it from your own lens as well. Did I actually try to get a 90? Or did I just procrastinate on my studying and then I pretended like I tried and then when I got the mark back, I'm sad? No, you have to really be honest with yourself. And that leads us to lying to ourselves. Bro, this was one of my issues. I used to always lie to myself. You know, the people of Palestine, the Muslims of Palestine, they can't lie to themselves. They can't be like, oh no, we're fine. It's, the people, they're not gonna bomb us. They're not gonna bomb us. We're fine. Like, I'm just gonna walk outside. Yeah, no, they can't lie to themselves like that. You know, they can't be delusional. They have no choice to be delusional. And in that way, you need to have no choice to be delusional. Like, you should not have a choice. You should be really, wallahi, one of the things that will actually help you, and inshallah, be honest to yourself. Be honest with who you are and where you are right now. Because once you're honest, then you can actually accept that you have flaws. You can accept that you have issues that you can fix. I feel like the dunya is not worth it. I think this is something I've been really thinking about. The dunya is not worth selling the akhirah for. We know no matter how fun this dunya is, no matter how many Lamborghinis we buy, no matter how many of Dubai houses that we buy or live in, it's not going to be worth it in the long run. And we know that deep down in our hearts. We know that the people that you see online that live that lifestyle, sure, there's nothing like haram about living that lifestyle, but it just, they know, you know, and I know that they're empty because they don't have Allah, because they don't have that purpose that literally exceeds beyond their life. Our purpose is so much more deeper. And so once you realize that, you know, the rewards of Jannah, that Allah has rewarded and created such a beautiful gift for us, for those that are patient, and not giving into the dunya. Just imagine the reward, because Allah, right? Allah makes us stay patient for how many years? For the average person, 60, 70, 80 years, right? Which is a lot of years, right? To become a millionaire and buy a Lamborghini, you don't have to wait 60 years, do you? But if Allah is making us wait 60, 70 years, and then He's making us stay patient in the grave for how many more years? And then the day of judgment. And then Jannah's there. So imagine that wait. So you can only imagine, the more the wait, the more the time you have to like stay patient, then imagine how much bigger the reward is. It's like the more pain you go through, the bigger the reward, right? That's a saying. It's like the more work you put into the business, the more the reward you get. It's the same thing. The more you wait for Jannah, the more you stay patient for Jannah, the bigger the reward. That's just how it works. And Allah's making us wait years, almost like, I don't know, 60, 70 years, plus the grave, plus the day of judgment, which is like 50,000 years, and then you get Jannah. So you can only imagine what that reward could be like. So think of it. Is 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours really worth wasting time, instead of becoming that version of yourself that will appreciate you for not wasting time? Is the dunya, is the procrastination that worth it? That you're gonna leave off who you can be in the future? You're gonna leave off that man that you could be for just a mere 5-6 hours of procrastination? Is that worth it? Because I get messages, and yesterday someone told me on the call, right? Oh Mahi, you know, it's 1 a.m. I'm not even sleeping yet. You know, for the past 3 months, all I've been doing is playing Roblox until very late at nighttime. I'm just like, is this where the ummah has gotten? Because I was like that at one point as well. But is it worth it? Is Roblox, are video games more worth than you living the life that you want to live? I'm sure you said no. I'm sure you agreed with me that it's not worth it. Because it's not worth it. So what you need to do is you need to focus on shaping yourself, who you are deep inside right now. Because what you do in one place is how you do everything. If you procrastinate in work, if your room is messy, it reflects on everything else that you do. If your room is messy, and I tell this to my little sister because her room is always messy, I tell her, your environment that you have, it's a reflection of who you are, of your characteristics. If your room is messy, it's not the fact that your room is just messy. No, you are a disorganized person by nature. That's part of who you are. You're untidy by nature. That's part of who you are. And that means that you're not disciplined. So what you need to do is you need to leave things behind. Leave things / parts of your life behind. Because the moment you leave things behind is the moment that you start feeling free. When I left my friends, and I'm not saying this Islamically is the most correct thing to do, but when I left my friends that I just felt I was getting distracted with, that I felt like we weren't aligning on our goals, when I left my friends, wallahi, I felt so much more free, because now I'm not chained. Now I'm not chained to their opinions or what they say. Now I'm alone by myself with Allah on my mission, on my journey to become that man I could be. You need to free yourself from those chains. And that's not just friends. That could be the habits, the bad sins that you're doing. Once and for all, you need to leave from that life and don't look back. You need to leave and unchain yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna be in this cycle forever. And it comes down to that one decision that you make, Akhi. That one decision that you make. Do you wanna change? I had to make the decision recently where I felt like I want to become the best version of myself and I don't want to just watch others win. I want to win myself. This is the year where we win. And I made the decision, okay, is my comfort more worth it or not? And it's not. So what I decided to do is I decided to remove things behind. I decided to stop watching random YouTube videos because I knew that that wouldn't benefit me in the long run. And I decided to embrace the pain because I know the bigger results that will come from them. So what you need to do is you need to accept this version of yourself. Look, and this is the actionable step. Go to the mirror, and this is what I did before when I first started. Go to that mirror. Go to your mirror and look at yourself. And be completely blunt and honest with yourself. Because as David Goggins says perfectly in his book, the mirror won't lie to you. You looking at yourself, it won't lie to you. You know deep down how you feel inside. You know deep down if you're living to your fullest potential. You know deep down if your body is as physique, like amazing, crazy physique as it is, or it's not. And you're gonna be honest with yourself. But the first step to changing anything is to first accept that you have a problem in the first place. It's to accept that, okay, maybe Mahi, I need to change. Maybe I need to become different because I can't keep living like this. And sometimes you need to be rude to yourself. Why? Because it lets you know that it's like, I don't want to be this anymore. The moment you're rude to this version of yourself, and rude as in like, don't like start hitting yourself, but like once you're rude in terms of like, okay, Mahi, you're fat. Okay, Mahi, you're lazy. It detaches you away from that laziness because you kind of tell yourself deep down that, you know, I don't want to be lazy. So be honest and brutally honest with yourself if you really need to. If you have to fix anything right now, it would be your salah, because that salah is that medicine for you to change everything else. Salah is the thing that builds discipline. Salah is the thing that builds purpose, because salah is our only purpose in this dunya. Praying and worshipping Allah is our only purpose in this dunya. The moment you rekindle your relationship back with Allah, Allah fixes everything around you, because Allah is Al-Jabbar, one of his names. Al-Jabbar is the one, and it has many meanings, but one of the meanings of Al-Jabbar, to fix stuff around you, to literally fix your life back to the default state. That's literally what Al-Jabbar means. To fix your life, to fix your issues, to refix it and rekindle it back to how it's supposed to be. For example, the people that started worshipping idols, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent prophets to those people to refix their mindset to, no, I'm not supposed to worship an idol, I'm supposed to worship Allah. So Allah keeps refixing your life as long as you make the effort to change and make dua to Him. So the way you do that is by fixing your salah. What you need to do is you need to set a routine for salah. You should know what time it is for salah. Set an alarm at 12 p.m. For example, for me, in 1 hour is dhuhr. Okay, so at 12 p.m., okay, I have to pray dhuhr. 7 p.m., I have to pray Isha, right? You set an alarm, you set a routine, and you should live your day-to-day lives. Make your next objective, your next goal. Right now, okay, I'm making this video, but I know in 1 hour, I have to go pray dhuhr. That's gonna be my goal. That's gonna be stuck in my mind that, okay, after this, pray dhuhr. So you should be looking forward to your salah, knowing that, okay, right now I have to pray dhuhr. Right now I have to pray fajr. Right now I have to pray asr, maghrib, isha. You should be looking forward to your salah. Make that your next goal, objective. Write that down somewhere. Pray salah at this time. Have your prayer mat lying on the ground so you're always aware. Okay, I have a prayer mat down there right now. I have one right now. So when it's 12, I step on that prayer mat and I start praying. And just know that Allah's with us. Inna ma'al usri yusra. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. We're supposed to live and work hard on this earth. Like this earth was meant to work. We're meant to work on this earth. What you need to do is you need to accept the fact that this earth is going to be painful. It's going to be prickly. It's going to be really prickly. It's going to be hard. And it's, for the most part, it's not going to be enjoyable. Who cares? Because this earth wasn't the end goal in the first place. Jannah was the main goal. Jannah was the end goal. Jannah is a place of enjoyment and no work. Because if we didn't work on this earth, then what's the point of Jannah? The entire point of working and striving and suffering on this earth is so that you can enjoy it later in Jannah. Otherwise, there's no point of Jannah, is it? If this world, this dunya, was supposed to be about fun and, just pleasure, then what's the point of Jannah? What's the point of the next life? And to end this off, don't look back. Right now, tell yourself, I made the change. Don't look back. Don't look back at that life. Change yourself. Maybe change your clothing. Change your haircut. Change the surroundings around you. Start cleaning your room. These are some actionable steps I'm telling you to do right now. Clean your room. Make sure your room is clean. Make sure your bed is clean the moment you wake up. The moment you wake up, you get out of bed, you make your bed, and you go to the washroom, do whatever you want there. I haven't missed my bed in 2 years. Not a single day. I think not a single day, inshallah. I think maybe like once or something, or twice in the last 2 years. And just from making my bed, with the qadr of Allah, I became so much more disciplined and so much more organized that my entire room is more or less clean. And it's never been really unclean for the last 2 years. Before that, my entire room looked like a zoo. Discipline is not about running 30 miles. Discipline is about changing what's around you and becoming that man, that disciplined, organized, and on purpose man that you could be. So without further ado, I love you for the sake of Allah. If you want extra one-to-one coaching for me to change your life forever, check the description down below. But other than that, Assalamu alaikum. I love you. Bye.